I'm Urza47, and welcome once again to Urza Masters Magic. As you can see, we've already captured 3 sorcery nodes, and we have our sprites over here ready to conquer some more things, although sorcery nodes won't be one of them because we're out of low-hanging fruit on that front. But what we do have are a lot of neutral cities around me to conquer. If I look at the cartographer, you can see there's no less than 5 of them around my initial area here. And we found Cornberry, Raven's Wizard Tower, as well as Bangak, which is Shari's tower. And we can also look at our astrologer here to see where we stand in relation to those 2 other wizards. Right now, Shari has a lot bigger army than either of the 2 of us right now. But I'm not terribly worried about that because she has to bring that army over here to attack me, and she's not going to be able to do that as long as I have sprites around ready to snipe them off. She needs to have actual units with flying or ranged attacks in order to kill them. We're ahead on power production, and we're slightly behind on spell power. We also have our 3rd sprite over here. And we also have our engineers that we just bought at the end of last episode. We're going to go ahead and build a road to our other city. We want to build roads connecting our cities because that gives us a trade route gold income bonus. So we're going to move to this square here because it takes only 5 turns to build road in a river square rather than 6 in a forest square. And we've also built a spearman here. So you can... Alright, I think a builder's hall is fine first. Over here, we're going to have to turn one of our production people into farming so that we don't have a food deficit anymore. And we'll start building a library. I guess the Miners Guild's kind of okay. Production by 50%, that's a really good bonus. And we don't really need the research right now, do we? I guess we'll go ahead and go with the Miners Guild. It'll take a while, though. Alright, you can just patrol. And you've finished building the Spearman. Actually, we need more from... Yeah, you can go to building a builder's hall. Or a marketplace. It seems a little early for a marketplace, though. I think I'd rather have the... We want a builder's hall into granary is the plan. Because granary is so important, it gives you that extra growth. And yeah, because we did that, now we have to put another person over here, and that brings us to 18 turns on the Miners Guild, and we don't have nearly enough money to buy it outright, unfortunately. So I guess the question now is where we're going to be attacking next. So that's a small town, that's a bigger one. They're here because Shawnee was attacking us. Actually, this town might want to make do with having a larger garrison, if only because it's kind of vulnerable to attack. Because it'll only take her... Well, she'd have to go around the ruins here. It would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 turns for a slow unit to get there. And I wouldn't see it until it got to around here. Because I don't have any scouting in this area of the map right now. So part of me wants to just have a sprite there as a sentry. Or I could even have it here as a sentry. Actually, I kind of like that idea. I've talked myself into it. You can go over here. And oh yeah, look at this. You've got a spearman already there. And oh my, that is a wizard tower that has already been opened. Shoot. Okay, well, we're going to have to explore that, certainly. And none of these three are currently sprites of some unknown number. Which is interesting. I don't have a good way to kill sprites, though. Unless... I'm currently researching the web spell, and that spell will prevent flight from the rest of the battle. So I can cast that on sprites to make them susceptible to regular melee attacks. It's 10 mana, so I can currently cast it twice per combat. The problem here is I don't know exactly how many sprites are there, but I can get a clue if I take one of my units and poke it. It'll say like a sprite or a few or many to indicate roughly how many are going to be there. And you're here, you're just going to patrol. That's fine. And you're all the way up there. I kind of want you to come back down here and go through the wizardry tower. Excuse me. And this sprite has already, yeah, gargoyles, stone giant, great drake, yeah. We'll have you move over here and plan to take this city next. As far as our magic allocations, 21, 20, 14, that's all pretty good. Do we want to cast something? More sprites, I suppose. I mean, these are all okay spelled, but yeah, more sprites are what we want. And we can do it in 3 turns because our casting skill is 28. We'll just go ahead and attack here. Oh, you black sleeped my my sprites. Okay, I'm reminded of this possibility because he might like kill my things with magic, so I might have to. Oh, I can dispel magic. Ooh, okay. So what's my I have 21 points of casting skill. I could word of recall them. The problem with that though is that now my I'm back to the initial problem of not being able to defend my city. Okay, so if I plan to dispel magic for 10, that leaves me with... I'll play counter magic here. And he tried to resist elements and it fizzled. So we're going to try to counter magic. Oh, whoops, not that one. Dispel magic. Do we want to pump extra mana in it? No, 10 should be enough. I'm getting quadruple value out of it. So this will almost certainly succeed. That didn't succeed? Oh, why not? I don't believe it. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go back down here. I didn't know Black Sleep made you vulnerable to melee attacks. Okay. Well, that just cost me 100 mana for no good reason. Yes, 5 turns, that's fine. Meanwhile, you're going to go ahead with the plan to attack this town. There are 4 units of spearmen or swordsmen there. In fact, at some point I might want to cast Resist Magic. on my sprites here, just to make them less susceptible to any further shenanigans of that sort. Okay, you can just patrol in the town. I want to make absolutely sure that he doesn't recapture it. Oh, we found ourselves another sorcery node. Very good to know. Okay, you can go in here and start laying waste to the garrison. And I'll definitely want that second unit of sprites to be able to kill them faster than he can build them. Assuming a rate of 1 unit per turn that he can build them. In practice, it's probably somewhat less than that. Okay, we've now gotten the web spell. So now is actually a really good time to get Summoning Circle, because we can actually put it over in the other city that's currently under threat of attack, so that my sprites will start appearing there rather than back at my wizardry tower. So we'll go ahead and start researching that. Meanwhile, we've finished summoning our unit of sprites, which will begin moving over here to rejoin the fray. So let's currently 157 turns. We'll bump this up to 25 research points. And he has not replaced his swordsman garrison as of yet, which is good to know. It's great when they just stand there and don't like run around like they do when they're guarding a node. Oh, and a ruin. Okay, so what's in the node? Phantom Warriors, excellent. That's something I can easily beat, so that's going to be our next priority after we finish off this town over here. And these sprites are not actually helping Unrest because they're a summoned creature. So for now, I'll just stand here and kind of reconnoiter this isthmus here. Oh, cockatrices. Oh my. Oh, those are quite bad, because he can attack me with those, and I don't have a way to prevent that. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, well this town might just, like, collapse. And that would be a shame. What's in the ruin, though? A Night Stalker. So Night Stalkers are not terribly... Actually, let me look it up in the manual here. Night Stalkers are invisible and have a -2 save Death Gaze attack. They have 7 melee, 3 defense, 8 resistance, and 10 hit points. So they're okay in combat, but they really... The nastiest thing is that Death Gaze, which I believe is like... Yeah, you have to resist that or just die straight up. And what's the resistance of my sprites? Okay, so there's a 40% chance that it would just kill a sprite unit straight away in melee, which I believe it can get to because I think they fly. No, they don't. Okay. But the problem is they're invisible, and so I can't... I can't actually target them if they're invisible, because they're invisible. And I'm not sure what you can do to deal with invisibility. I think it's just unkillable, because I can't You basically have to wait for it to attack you, I think is how it works. Although I'm not sure. I think that's something that bodes further research. As for right now, I'm going to retreat back to my town. And cockatrices are... I should look at what those do. Oh, they have a stoning touch. And so there's 4 of them per unit. They attack 4, they defend 3. And they have 3 hit points. So yeah, they're quite nasty. But I should be able to conquer this town with my 2 units of sprites. Barring awful luck, which I'm currently exhibiting. Yeah, what a shame. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm thinking about those cockatrices. I'm not sure that there's a feasible way for me to be able to kill those. I think those are why he has such a huge advantage on this army strength chart. Ugh. But maybe he'll just be stupid and not, like, use it. Ah, he's replenished a unit already. Okay. No, I don't want to raise the town. We've looted 31 gold pieces. And somebody's rebelling because he's not happy that I just conquered his town. Which I suppose makes sense. Go ahead and build some spearmen. Alright, that's the first road segment completed. I guess we'll go ahead and double back and head down this way. And build the road to this town. And we'll move our magic spirit towards the wizardry tower. Yeah, he's headed towards the... What's the name of this city anyway? Rife? Yeah, he's heading towards Rife. Not much I can do about it. I mean, I could build more military units, but I don't think that's going to help any. I don't think there's any spells that would really help either. I could spend 60 gold on a builder's hall and then build a bunch of spearmen. Stoning touch -3 save. So stoning touch is like death gaze, except it only affects one figure at a time. So actually, I think having a bunch of spearmen that I buff with giant strength actually isn't a bad idea. Okay, we'll go ahead and buy the Builder's Hall. Spend 60 gold on that. Oh no, he's going the other way. Yeah, more spearmen. He's heading for my magic node. well, we'll keep an eye on him. Yeah, I'm not sure there's a good way for... Because I can't kill this stack. It's no good. I'm going to need like a bona fide army, and I don't have an army right now except for sprites, and those things are really good against sprites, so... Poop. Alright, well, we'll move our magic spirit in. We'll build another road segment. You're actually going to head towards the other node. Oh, there's two of them. Alright, so Rife has grown and Dover has also grown. And I'm rich. I'll go ahead and buy the Builder's Hall. Hurry that up a little bit. Spearmen and 2 Hellhounds. Hellhounds have a breath attack. And I think you can use breath attack. Yeah, flying units can still be attacked by non-flying units via breath attacks, gaze attacks, thrown or ranged weapons. So I can't easily deal with those Hellhounds either, unfortunately. Oops, I did not mean to go that way twice. But if I'm lucky, he won't actually attack my city this turn. And if he does, well, shit. Well, he's probably going to take it back. +1 to hit, fire breath 3. And all I have is this. And I don't have a good spell to cast. I could cast Giant Strength. Which I would if I thought it would actually do anything, which it probably won't. I might as well do it anyway. Okay, well, I've lost 2 fame. The city has been completely destroyed. Dang. Oh, he built a builder's hall. Okay, well, I mean, I didn't have any fame to lose, so that's not... And I guess it's a good thing that I didn't put my sprites in there, because they would have just been killed as well. We want a granary. So, I mean, conquering that town was still worthwhile because I got him to sack his own city. But that does make me very worried about where that other cockatrice army was going. Very worried indeed. Meanwhile, we could go ahead and start exploring the Mirror Realm. And you guys can... I mean, we might as well attack this town because it's on the way. And you have a spearman, which is fine. We want to have at least a token garrison there. 240 gold to build one. I'd rather not spend all that much. Okay, so we've cast Summoning Circle, which is kind of moot at this point. Recall Hero is a great spell to have if you're planning on using heroes in combat. Fire Elemental, though. This is weapon immunity and fire immunity. So that would be great against the Fire Drake things. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and research that. Because I think that would be very important to make some of these combats that are going to be coming our way a little more winnable. And we'll go ahead and keep exploring Mirror, and that's where the other Wizardry Tower went. And we know there's it says on Explore, but I already know what's there. A Great Worm. Presumably there's still the same Great Worm on the other end of it, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried exploring a Wizard Tower on the opposite end like that. No, that's the first one again. Okay, so the garrison here is, wow, a lot of swordsmen in 9-max. It also has a bunch of buildings. I kind of want to bypass it and go right for the blue node. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Just because it would take so long to... Many cockatrices. No, thank you. Oh, a red node. That's good to know. Red nodes are always in volcanoes like that one. And supposedly they're here on Arcanus as well, but I haven't yet found one. That's where the Cockatrice army went. Oh, could they be going for the other blue node also? Not sure. They're both heading towards me, and I don't like it one bit. And these are the sprites. So I'm going to move here. I mean, if he wants the neutral city, he can have it. In fact, I'd be happy if he attacked that. Let the neutrals absorb all the casualties from that combat, so I don't have to. Exeter has grown to a population of 11. We're 7 turns away from the Miners Guild. Fine, that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Oh, we're also behind on food. So we're going to have to pluck another person there. And with Bremen. You're still building the Builder's Hall. You're still building the Granary. Those are both important things to get. The Granary because it's great. The Builder's Hall because it allows you to get a Granary. And yeah, we'll just attack the Sorcery node. Many Phantom Warriors. I'm not worried about that at all. So many apparently constitutes at least 6. If not more. Okay, well, we got 3 of them. That's not bad. Another attack like that, and we will be in business. And we have another bit of a wait here, unfortunately. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't I spare you all yet another really long wait here. We'll cut this episode here. Join me next time when this battle will be over, and hopefully something horrible will not have happened. Actually, it occurs to me there might be like some things that happen at the end of the turn. Actually, no. I won't have hit on end turn yet because it's not the upkeep step. Yeah, so we'll call it here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. So long.